My lovely.
Yeah.
You are a transgender male.
I'm just male.
It's just male.
Go.
It might be a bit personal.
Nah, go on.
Okay. But now that you're a guy, it means you live both worlds. How horrible are periods? As a man, can you please tell them?
Oh my god.
We're getting to know each other quite well, eh?
Yeah, nice one.
Before Chambers gets going again, Jordan decides the time is right to open up about something very personal to him.
Since it's the first day, and it's been really great getting to know you all and knowing that you guys are all cool. Got a little something to share. You are sharing a house with a transgender male. Yeah, swear down.
He was a girl before.
Yeah, that was born female. Yeah, that's great, yeah.
Did you know, like your whole life that you basically didn't want body? Did you know that?
Yeah, from 2 years old.
For real?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mad one. I wouldn't wish it on anyone, to be honest. It's,
And you feel you're more yourself now.
oh yeah, 100%. 100% myself.
How is someone feeling like you right now?
I was never expecting to feel comfortable enough to tell everyone on the first night, but I'm glad it's over, like a band-aid, take it off quick, and everyone's been super awesome. I mean, I hope you guys don't mind that I wasn't forthcoming right off the bat, because I've spoken to people about it before and they've been quite prejudiced, quite transphobic, especially in university. That's why I'm here, because like my first university experience, I didn't speak to anyone. I kind of kept myself to myself because I had no confidence, and pretty much I wanted to come back and do it all over again, but do it right. Especially now, I look the way that I do, and you know, I feel like myself.
You're top, man.
Thank you. Thanks, bro.
Absolute shock. I didn't expect that was coming. That was massive.
I'm glad you guys have reacted positively, and I kind of want to raise awareness to the transgender community, and I do fitness coaching specifically for the trans community, and you know, to reduce the suicide rate 'cause it's really high, and you know, try to make a positive impact on people's lives. Jordan, I'm 27 years old and I'm from Huddersfield, West Yorkshire. I'm a two-time national champion in Taekwondo. If anyone gets on my nerves, they're going to get a tornado kick to the head. I've been to uni before, wasn't quite the best experience because I was holding back a big secret.
What was your parents' reactions when you first told them?
My parents were extremely supportive, surprisingly. I thought they were gonna banish me, but nah, they were really cool. Yeah, and they've just been very supportive ever since. My mom referred to me as her son straight away.
Oh, that is so cute. So like, because you're a Jamaican heritage and you have a Jamaican background, like, have you told them that you are transgender?
Well, the people who I haven't told will definitely know now if they watch this.
Okay.
But my grandfather, who does live in Jamaica, he is not aware. I think he's guessed by now. He's always said, Jordan, you look like a boy, but I haven't really had the conversation with him.
Oh wow. So how do you think they would react finding that out?
I think it would be a bit of a shock, but not quite, because as I said, they've always seen me as very tomboyish. But I think to have the conversation would be quite uncomfortable for them because they are the older generation, and they are from a small island where it doesn't really happen that often.
And how do you think the rest of the world will receive you?
To be honest, I mean,
especially the Jamaicans, Caribbeans.
Yeah, it's important to educate. It's very, very important, but at the end of the day, either people accept it or they don't. And if I'm being brutally honest, unless you make a significant impact in my life, your opinion, if it's negative, doesn't really affect my confidence. So, but it's important to be educated.
So you need to have tough skin, basically, especially when people start to come for you and criticize your choices that you've made. I hear you, B. I hear you. So, boom, I want to be a boy, and you decide to go to the doctors.
Yes.
And what does the doctor say to you when you tell them that you know, your identity, you want to be different?
When I first went to the doctors, they referred me to a psychologist and a psychiatrist.
Oh, slow down.
Yeah.
So what were they doing? Like, basically, seeing if you're mentally well? Like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah. So obviously, the transition, especially when you move on to more permanent effects such as hormones and surgery, you know, it's irreversible. So you have to be sure, and they have to make sure that you're mentally well enough, so to speak, to cope with that amount of physical changes and that mental stress, really. So so it was their job to confer with each other and make sure that I was making the right decision.
At what age did you start to transition?
So I came out to my family, told them I was transgender, that I wanted to be a boy, and it was pretty much from there.
What age was that?
17.
Okay, and what age was the first time that you actually had some sort of altering thing to your body? Like, start with help with the transition?
So, to go through the National Health Service takes a long time, and it got to the 4-year mark where I was waiting for my first appointment for hormones, and I got fed up with waiting. So I went down the private sector and started my hormone replacement therapy at the age of 24.
Oh wow. So does the NHS actually like fund that type of stuff as well? Like in terms of the hormone stuff, like if you're going through them?
Yeah, so basically the NHS, the National Health Service, they basically refer you to specialists at these gender identity clinics where obviously you're put on a waiting list, and it's just a matter of waiting for your first appointment, you know, to make sure that, you know, you're being put on the right dosage of hormones, whatever that may be. And yeah, from there they take care of you and they monitor your hormone levels.
But you couldn't wait for them, so you went and paid for it yourself.
I'll pay for it myself, very expensive.
So he paid for it himself, guys. What is the biggest thing that you've done to change yourself into a guy?
The biggest, I'd say the most significant moment was when I received my first shot of hormones, because obviously your voice breaks, your facial hair comes through after a certain amount of time.
Was that scary for you?
No, I was excited.
Was you really excited?
I was very excited. Yeah. I wanted a deep voice. So
you didn't have a deep voice before? Was it really high?
It was a lot higher.
It was a lot higher.
It was a lot higher.
I can't imagine you with a squeaky small girly voice. That's very weird.
It was deeper than yours, but it was still very feminine.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And how long did it take for that all to get like changed?
I think my voice broke after about 6 months.
Oh wow.
Of hormones.
Bloody hell. Yeah. Okay. So you've transitioned fully into a guy now. How long did that take?
Well, I mean, they do say, especially with hormones, it takes between 3 to 5 years for them to fully settle down, because it's like going through puberty again, except for this time it's as a male.
Wow.
So I am 3.5 years in, and to be honest, I think
that's really recent.
Yeah.
That is actually really recent.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't believe it. It's just mad. Like, you know, when you just talk about it, it's like it just feels like a boy. Like, it's just a guy. Like, it's mad.
I'm a man.
So, dating life.
Yes.
Does that cause any issues? Like, does any girls ever feel like they've been catfished or anything weird like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So do you tell them straight away, or do you like wait?
Oh, you have to. Yeah. I think I probably had one negative experience where I refrained from telling the person up until the attraction started to manifest. Obviously, it's important to come forth if you're sure that you potentially want to have a physical relationship with that person, then you definitely need to tell them, because the longer you leave it, the worse it's going to get.
Have you had any big reactions like, oh my god, why did you tell me? Have you had any?
Oh yeah. What, as in why?
Like, why did you not tell me sooner? Or, oh my god, I can't believe that you're actually...
Yeah, I'd say probably the most difficult one to be forthcoming about was my first relationship. But, you know, most of my partners I have told before any physical contact. And
what, is any bad or any good?
No, all very positive reactions. I think some people just see me as a guy, but then later on down the line they probably realise it's maybe not what they're looking for.
Oh, okay. So that's what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So dating is very, very difficult. So
I thought I had it hard.
You can't have, well, not that it's my style, but you can't have one night stands or anything like that. You have to be very, very careful and very selective of who you choose to date, and to see if they're trustworthy and they're not transphobic.
Okay. In terms of like your sexual orientation, if like you had to fill in for a job application and it gives you the boxes, what would you put?
I would definitely put heterosexual male.
What does that mean?
Straight.
Oh, swear down. So you would classify yourself as straight?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And do you think it's offensive if anybody says otherwise?
No, not all. No.
So what if someone said to you, like, because you're a girl doesn't make you gay?
A lesbian.
Yeah.
I have had a couple of people say this to me before. I was a little bit offended, but I understand because they don't know the difference between identity and sexual orientation. So it's important to clarify the two.
So he's straight.
I'm straight.
And he has a woman.
And I have a woman.
Exactly. So do you think that you have all the male attributes, like most of them, or do you can you sympathize with women because you was girl, so you can sympathize with us, but at the same time you all man at the same time?
Yeah, I've got the upper hand because I have experience in both departments, so to speak. So I know what, for instance.
Okay. Wait, I need to ask you this one. I need to ask you this one.
Go.
It might be a bit personal.
Nah, go on.
Okay, but now that you're a guy, it means you live both worlds. How horrible are periods? As a man, can you please tell them?
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, periods, not pleasant, but they're necessary if you want to have babies.
Basically. Like, you know how guys be like, I don't know how, like, when you're not just crazy, you're this and you're that, and I'm like, if only you could feel our pain.
Yeah.
You felt our pain.
I've felt it. I haven't had a period in like 5 years.
I bet you don't miss it.
I don't miss it.
At all. Bruh.
The cramps.
Listen.
Don't like.
Oh my god, let's switch places on that one, please. That's the one thing I would get rid of straight away, periods. But yeah, thanks for answering that. You're so open.
Yeah, of course, it's important.
So you only find females attractive?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, there's some beautiful men out there, but they're not for me.
And do a lot of females find you attractive?
Surprisingly, I think so. I hope so. Otherwise, probably not doing a good enough job.
I think you're doing a very, very good job. I just thought Jordan guy. So the other thing, I just can't see it. Like, I was like, where? How? Who? How? Like, just walks like that, and his shoulders like that, and he's like, yeah, I'm Jordan.
Swag.
He's got swag.
Yeah.
Like, he's a proper. Well, for someone who's never actually experienced like this side of life and see how, like how they do it, it's absolutely like surreal to just see how transformation happens. It's like with makeup, one day you butters and the next day you buff.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
except for this is permanent makeup.
Exactly. Like a proper transformation. But yeah, I want to actually find out from your other half what her experience and her take on actually dating a transgender male. So should we get her up? So this is Jordan's lady, fiance. Oh, congratulations, by the way, girl.
Thank you.
So basically, you are not a transgender, no?
No.
And you're a straight female.
Yes.
And you've previously only dated males?
Yes.
So Jordan is different from everything that you've ever dated.
Yes.
Oh
yes,
my god. So like, how do you actually feel like, what was your first initial thought when Jordan told you?
Oh, I had so many questions. That was it. Like, see, the
Was
way
you
I
asking
see
the
it-
questions I was asking?
Pretty much. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Kind of. You know, you've kind of got like the basic questions that you ask, and then obviously details that you want. And but yeah, I mean, like the way he told me, because he saw that I was flirting with him, and then he just kind of asked me like, "Are you homophobic or prejudiced or anything?" And I was like, "No, he's gay. He's gay." I was like, "This most beautiful boy I've ever seen in my life, and he's gay."
Oh my god.
And then I started thinking, oh well, I'm gonna bag him as my best friend. We'll go shopping together.
Oh, and then he told you that he's
Yeah.
transgender. What was the first and like what you?
I was like, oh thank God. Oh thank God.
So you didn't
He's
even
not
mind
gay.
at the
He's like,
start.
no.
You didn't mind at all at the
No.
start.
No.
So you're fully open to stuff
Yeah.
like that already.
Yeah.
Oh wow. And then you just been going strong and just, is it like a learning thing for you every day? Like find out
Yeah, I
something
mean,
new?
yeah, I always ask him questions, and you know, like, I don't know, randomly, just I'll just randomly pop out with something like, oh babe, don't get offended, but like,
Yeah, I get what you mean. Sometimes
Yeah.
you just have to just try to figure like the comfort levels and all that.
Yeah.
But that is absolutely mad, and that you're happy, you found love. And people, it's not always, sometimes it's always about the mental connection as well that makes you forget all about the other stuff, which is
Yeah.
actually quite mad, girl.
Definitely.
It's absolutely quite mad. We need to get your man back over
What
here.
I love most about you is the way that you care for people.
The thing that I love the most about you is your eyes.
No, I was gonna say that first. It was the day we met,
I
definitely.
think the day we met.
Well, we met on Instagram.
Yeah.
Through the socials, yeah?
Yes. And yeah, we started talking for a while, and then he planned to come down to London from Yorkshire day before my birthday, 2 days before my birthday. And yeah, spent my birthday with him. Oh, he can be.
He can be.
Not all the time.
No.
Do
He's
you-
very playful. Well, you know, there is some things, but one thing that I definitely have to praise him on is his OCD. Like, he's really clean, really tidy, so it's definitely not a problem to live with him. But yeah, there is some things like, yeah, like when it does come to period pains, he's not very sympathetic.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah, I know he should be, but he isn't that really. It's like I'll be there like crying in pain, he'll be like, oh, babe,
No, that's only because when I used to have when I used to have periods, yeah, I never complained as much as you did. Seriously.
I have really, really bad cramps. Yeah.
I know the pain, no sympathy.
My family hasn't met Jordan.
Yet.
No, my mum is quite prejudiced and old-fashioned. My dad,
Oh god.
he's half Dominican, half Trinidadian, and we haven't spoken in a very long time.
Oh wow. So it'd just be your mom that will meet Jordan. Do you think that your mom could be swayed?
Yeah, I mean, you know, she has started to call him. I mean, in the beginning, like, you know, when I told her, or like when she kind of found out, and she kind of went to me like, I knew you were a lesbian, and I was just like, excuse me, like.
So you didn't see it as that, so you were fully on it.
Yeah, so I definitely, you know, I corrected her, and I was like, no, mum, he's a he, and that's that. Like, if you have nothing nice to say, then please.
You know, sometimes you have to live your life for yourself, and obviously parents want the best for you, but sometimes it's only you who knows what's best for you.
Yeah.
And I think Jordan's a really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
So I think it's a thing whereby people shouldn't really judge based on the image. It's always a bit about the person, right?
Yeah.
And you two seem to have a very lovely relationship and loving. Is she the one, Jordan?
She's the one.
You don't need nobody else, just one
I
girl.
don't need nobody else.
Just
She's
one.
my girl forever.
Wifey for life.
Oh, guys. 100% happy and comfortable in the skin that you're in now.
I'm 100% comfortable.
Okay.
I'm proud of the man that I am.
So if anybody had anything negative to say about you on here, about decisions that you've made in your life, what is your response to them?
You know what? I mean, people have their opinions. They're entitled to those opinions. As I said before, your opinions don't affect me. You know, at the end of the day, if you want to be educated, if you're willing to learn a bit more about who we are as a community, then I'm happy to answer questions. But people who are transphobic and just really, really nasty for no reason,
They can fuck off, basically.
Yeah. I tried to put it politely, but yeah.
They can basically. So, you know, personally for me, I don't really have a problem. So it's a thing whereby I just have to love people for who they are. You know what I mean? Anything else, it's not affecting me or anybody else. Let them be in it. Like, I think the world is just full of hate. There's too much hate anyways, and people are not really focusing on the right thing, because if you actually did, then our world would be so much better. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on my channel, dude.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Oh my G.
Yes, sis.
Shontel, I'm stealing him away.
I don't think so.
I'm physically fit, I'm mentally fit. No one's been through what I've been through, so that's why I'm going to come out as champion.